The 14th chapter, The Pirate's Eye. The creature gives Stitchhead a present. You've never seen the world until you've seen it through an eye patch. From the Daring Diary of Captain Flashpowder. Stitchhead had been sitting in the forgotten room for a few hours, watching the sun set through the window. At the very moment dusk was about to fall, a crumbled envelope dropped from above and landed next to him. He felt his heart skip. Another letter? Could it be from the professor? He looked up and saw a conspicuous shape peering over the hole in the ceiling. The shape disappeared into the shadows with a giggle, and Stitchhead realized immediately that it was the creature. What was it up to? Was this some sort of game? He picked up the envelope and opened it, finding a note inside. Dear Stitchhead, sorry about sinking your pirate ship. Arabella said you want to be alone, but I thought you might like a present. It's something you didn't put on your list. I hope it helps your best friend, the creature. Stitchhead looked inside the envelope. There was a long strip of black cloth, thin at each end, but wider in the middle. He took it out and inspected it. At first he had no idea what it could be, but then it struck him. It was an eye patch. Stitchhead shook his head. It was too late for eye patches and pirates and adventure. Nevertheless, he was grateful that the creature had tried to help and felt rather guilty that it had gone to all that effort. He smiled faintly and then found himself covering his left eye with the eye patch and tying it around his forehead or around his head. For the first time, he saw the world only out of his ice blue eye. Slowly, the gloom of the castle seemed to lift. The fading light of dusk was replaced with a bright white light that seemed to burst through every crack and crevice. The dark stone walls appeared to melt away, and in their place stretched the endless glimmering ocean. Stitchhead looked up to see the ceiling vanish to reveal the bright morning sky. It was as if the forgotten room had disappeared. In his mind's eye, Stitchhead saw the white crest of the crashing waves, the spiraling light of the midday sun, the gulls soaring above him and singing his name. He felt the warm ocean spray on his face as his grand pirate ship rose and crashed through the water, sailing proudly toward an island filled with untold riches and adventure. I can see it, whispered Stitchhead. In that moment, he felt freer than he ever had, and he knew he was a pirate. Stitchhead raced through the castle, his patch over his eye and his sword by his side. Creature, creature, I can see it now. I'm part pirate, he cried as he hurried down corridor after corridor. He found the creature in a large chamber in the south wing playing a card game with a tin-plated turkey and a wheel-footed wolf woman. The eye patch, it worked, cried Stitchhead. All I had to do was look at things through Flashpowder's eye. Great, said Creature, not entirely sure what that meant. I'm so glad we can finally play pirates now. What's the point of playing? What's the point of my staying here at all if the professor is gone forever? And if he's not here to make any more creations, I don't have to worry about making any more cures, replied Stitchhead. He suddenly noticed the other creatures in the room. For the first time in his almost life, he didn't feel the slightest need to stay hidden. I'm sorry to interrupt, he said with a smile. Interrupt away, my young fellow, replied the wolf woman. I have the most awful hand of cards anyway. Creature, I'm ready, continued Stitchhead. I'm ready to sail the several seas. I'm ready for adventure. We need to get my ship. I think I might have definitely sunk it, said the creature. Don't worry, replied Stitchhead. I've got an idea.